Right, now, if you need to go earlier, I don't mind, but I do want to finish this. Solving equations using logarithms. So you need to know how to convert to logs. You also need to use your log laws to actually do the solving of equation. Alright, so I'm going to start asking you to try to solve this, please, if you could. Try to solve this, please, if you can, without calculator. Can you? Would you?
No.
No.
Yes. No. Absolutely not. So, if you use your calculator, you solve. Listen, you will be able to get, don't know how many decimal places.
You're going to get 2.01.
No, tough, you just
Now,
trust the process. Right?
however, if we use log, we will be able to get the exact values. Alright? How do I use log in this situation? What I'm going to do in this log is, I'm going to take, it doesn't matter what base.
1.7.
It doesn't matter what base, whether it's base 10 or base E or base 2 or base 3. I can take log for both sides and then solve for x. Watch please. So I'm going to use log 10. Because with the calculator, if you have got a calculator, log 10 is pretty straightforward to use.
True.
So if I take log of this, log of 7x and log of 50,
Take the x out.
you know that x times log of 7 equals log of 50. Therefore, solving that, x is log of 50 over log of 10.
Yep.
So like I say, it doesn't matter which log you take, could be 10, could be natural log or whatever.
Is that the answer?
Yeah, that's the answer.
Oh, easy.
That's the answer, straight away. Pretty straightforward. Or, same thing. I take log of 3x plus 2 using your log laws. So you do know that this is x plus 2 times 3. And therefore, x plus 2 equals log 30 over log 3. Straight away I wrote it down. And I get log 30 over log 3 minus 2. And remember, this is your exact values. Exact values is just like a square root. Alright? So you need to know, you will have situation in the exam where you've got to do something like this. You're not expected to evaluate this, but you're expected to be able to find the exact values. Step by step. Alright? Use the log on both sides. Alright? Henry? Put your phone away, please.
Ooh, unknown base.
Alright, next, can you try this, please?
Just
No calculator, get the exact values.
0.5 equals 5.
Now,
Get me?
if
Yeah.
you've absorbed what I've done
Yeah.
just
This is
now,
basics, mate.
you know what to do straight away. You know to take log on both sides. Right? So taking log on both sides, like I said, doesn't matter whether it's log 5 or log 3 or log 2 or whatever. Remember, log means log 10, alright, in this case, in the course. So therefore, you know, this is it. Now, how on earth are you going to rearrange this? Are you going to use log 3 divided by log 5? Think about it. If you do log 3 divided by log 5, you've got 2x plus 1 divided by 4x minus 1. Can you solve it? Yes. How about using a distributive law? Expand it. Your distributive law. Expand it. So you've got 2x log 5 plus log 5. And then 4x log 3 minus log 3. Then you now can rearrange. You've got log 5 and log 3. You can 2x times log 3 and 2x times log 5. Remember, log 5 is just a number. Alright? Nothing mysterious about that. That's just a number. Think of it as just a constant. So, rearranging, I've got 2x minus 4x. Bring this over. And minus log 3 minus log 5. Yeah? So once you have done that, you now can factorize. Take your x out. If you take your x out, what happened? You've got 2 log 5 minus 4 log 3. And, of course, I like to make it neater, minus log 3 plus log 5. Alright? So once you've done that, straight away, this is your answer. This is your exact values. And of course, like I say, if you use your class map, it's pretty straightforward. Class map is pretty easy to solve. So you need to think about the situation. In the exam, you will probably be asked in the calc-free section, work out the exact values. So you must know your algebra, how you expand and how you distribute and that sort of stuff. All right?
Yes.
Okay, that's example 1. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. So the next bit,
7 to the power.
we can use
For you,
log to solve equations, for sure. Now, depending where the values of the unknown is in the equation, the role of the logarithm will change. So, let's start off with another example. What if I don't know the base? What would I do? I'm trying to find the base. No calculator. Without calculator, can you find the exact value of x?
Change the base.
Sorry? Why do you want to change the base?
No, brother.
Yeah, okay. You write it in you can try to rewrite it in the exponential form. You can't. Changing base, does it work? Probably not.
Change the base.
Try that. X to the power of 0.5 is 5. Yeah? So if you take it in the exponential form, you know that this is x to the half. Power of half. So multiply by 2, square it to make it 1. So therefore it's 5 squared. And therefore x is 25. Now, this will probably be like a warm-up question, that's all. That would be a little bit trickier. So what you need to think about is x to the power of 9 over 2 is 7 square root of 7. What is 7 square root of 7? Write it in the exponential form. What's that? What would that be? Write in the exponential form? 7 to the power of 3 over 2. Now, the reason I'm writing this exponential form is I know in order to make this x to the power of 1, I got to take this to the power of 2 to 9. Correct? So if I take this to the power of 2 to 9, I can cancel off the 2. Which means I'm only left with 1/3. Correct?
Because 7 times 7 to the
Yeah.
power of a half.
So that is
So
7 to the power of 1/3.
1 plus half.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright. Now, the next bit here is 2x to the power of 3. This time, you must make sure that you put your bracket in. The 2 has to be cubed as well. You cannot just have 2x cubed. The answer is correct. Incorrect. 2x to the power of 3 equals to 4. So, you know that 2x is cube root of 4. Now, x would be cube root of 4 divided by 2. Or if you want to be a bit pedantic, like me, I like to solve it that way. Alright? So you do know that 2 is 2 to the power of 3. Alright? And if I put a cube root in, that will be 8. So it's therefore 1 over cube root of 2. It's up to you. I'll be happy with that answer. I'll be happy with that answer as well. So I really don't mind. See that this is the most important thing. x2 must be cubed as well. It cannot be 2x cubed. It has to be 2x all cubed. Yeah? Alright? I've got 3 or 4 more examples. This is the unknown base.
Cubed of what?
So if you have unknown base, what you need to do is
That's not true.
make it to exponential. The next one, unknown input. So we don't know what is there.
Like,
How do we solve it?
just don't simplify.
Base and that. So 3 to the power of 2 is x. So therefore x is 9. Try the others, please. Very quickly. So notice that there is a minus. So 27 to the power of minus 2 over 3 equals x. How do you do 27 to the power of minus 3 over 2? Negative, you need to take a reciprocal, correct?
Yeah.
So x is that. And then the cube root of 27 and square of that. Which means you've got 1 over 9. What about this one?
Fuck, I didn't get no.
4 to the power of minus 3, correct?
Yeah. 1 over 64.
Equals x over 2.
Oh, you're
So,
too good.
rearranging it,
You're too good.
Wait.
Okay.
1 over 64 equals to x over 2. Therefore, x is 1 over 32.
Yes.
Once you know the technique, you should be able to solve it. Alright, 2 more examples. Example 4 and example 5. Alright, next example. You need to use the log law. Forget about this here. I forgot to animate that. Alright, so, this is the last example, last 2 example. So what do I need to do?
Yep.
I know x plus 2, log x
2x
plus log 2x minus
over
log 5
5.
equals to that.
Oh, mate.
Use your log
2x
law.
squared over 5.
Your log law will be 2x squared over 5, correct? Log of 2x squared over 5,
I'm so
which
good.
is
So good, bro.
minus 5.
Right.
And then, what do you do? 10 to the power of minus 5 is that.
Oh, yeah.
Alright?
Yes.
You need to have 1 over square root of 10. Correct?
Yep.
And you've got 2x squared over 5. Now, rearranging it.
Yep.
X squared equals to 5 over 2 square root of 10. What would x be?
Positive.
Why?
Because you can't have negative in the log.
Yes. So you can't have negative in the log, therefore x has to be positive only. Thank you. You must note that. No negative in the log. Always pick positive. Alright? Even though it's x squared. In this case, it's only positive. Alright? So, you can, I'm supposed I'll be happy to leave it here, but being pedantic, I like to reorganize it. Rearrange it. So I've got square root of 10 over
No.
2, square root of 10 and quad root of 10. So I can reorganize it and make it that way. Alright, so you have
How was that right?
x to the power of half over x to the power of 1/4. So therefore it's x over power of x to the power of 1/4, which is quad root of x. Alright?
Yeah.
That's how I got it. So the next one, again, you need to recognize that 1 is actually log 3 of 3. So therefore, rewriting it, log 3x equals log 3 of 3 minus that equals to that. Alright? Ignore that for a while.
Multiplied by root 2.
Okay? So now rewriting this. X is therefore log 3x is log 3 of 3 over 2x minus 1. Yeah? Using your log laws. Now, you can equate this equals to that because they are both in log 3. So x, straight away, I just multiply it in. X squared minus 2x squared minus x minus 3 equals to 0. Alright, solving that. So, therefore, factorizing, x equals to 3 over 2 or minus 1. You have to reject x equals to minus 1. X has to be greater than 0, always positive. Therefore, x is 3 over 2. Alright? So that is the lesson for today. I'm just sort of glad that it's a quick lesson. And I've got uploaded the question that you need to do. Alright?